Hello, I'm Lizzie Hopthrow and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Yurt at the Quiet View for this day of national reflection on all that has been lost during the pandemic so far, and especially on those people who have died. Some, of course, will have been known to us personally. We're calling the ceremony "To Heal, We Must Remember." Those are words of Joe Biden that he spoke on his inauguration day, and they so struck me because it's clear that during this last year we haven't had the opportunities to heal and remember those who have died, either known to us and those even unknown to us, in a way that would be most helpful for our healing. A little later we're going to light a candle, especially for them all, and we'll take a moment to connect with any people who have died whom we've known personally, and to remember our collective national sorrow. And we're going to place a jug of red roses beside the candle as a sign of the love and concern that connects us all together. I'm going to light a universal candle now. This is a light that signifies the eternal and inclusive nature of divine love. It's a light that shines in all of our hearts, and even in our darkest moments, it's still shining. When someone we love dies, it's like a light has gone out in our lives and also in the life of the world. Lockdown has been a darkening experience for all of us, especially if someone we know has died. And I think this picture captures how bowed down we may feel in a loss of hope and perhaps despair. It's the first of 3 poignant pictures we're using, with thanks to the artist Sister Mary Stephen. And it demonstrates so movingly, it seems to me, how there is always a divine presence that gently lays a hand on us and lifts us to the light of heaven. These words by Dorothy McRae McMahon capture our sense of loss and grief beautifully. Within us there is a loss, a grieving for something or someone held precious. Within most of us there is a mourning, an empty space, which once was filled, or which we expected to fill, a sense of ourselves which is no longer there, a way of being and living which has gone. In this moment, we claim the dignity of our human journey, our travelling with a grief. In self-respect, we claim it for ourselves, and in compassion, we honour it in each other. In faith, we lay it before an unconditionally loving God. It is like a white light which burns within us in the dignity of our living. So we come to the moment of remembering. Grace is going to light the candle that represents all who have died over this last year. The light that they brought to our lives, and also the light that they have brought to the world. And it is not too big a stretch of the imagination to say the light of their souls that is now shining so brightly in heaven. And if you are hurting today, this candle is for you. rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them.
So long as we live,
they too shall live, for they are part of us as we remember them. And now Georgina will place a vase of red roses as a sign of our eternal love and concern. The path through lockdown and through grief is tough. It feels sometimes impossible to even take a step to the future. And if we do, it may feel as though we are walking along an unsafe path, a precipice. This painting is entitled Trust. On one side of the path there's a steep cliff that falls sharply to the sea. Yet even if we were to fall into the darkness of an abyss, the divine hand is still holding us. Can you see the hand at the bottom of the picture? We can never fall out of the divine hand that holds us and our loved ones who have died and who live in the light of heaven. Always the divine light shines on us and on our path, wherever it takes us. And when we can catch a glimpse of that light, we may learn to live in the light of eternal hope.
And how should I feel when you call me an angel and dress me in a crown of gold? And what should I do when tears of sorrow just won't stay inside these eyes? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light.
Whenever we're able to catch a glimpse of that light, or feel that light within us, it may help us to know that our loved ones who have died now live in the light of heaven. Here are some words of blessing on The Death of the Beloved by John O'Donoghue. Though we cannot see you with outward eyes, we know our soul's gaze is upon your face, smiling back at us from within everything, to which we bring our best refinement. Let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, beside us when beauty brightens, when kindness glows, and music echoes eternal tones. When orchids brighten the earth, darkest winter has turned to spring. May this dark grief flower with hope in every heart that loves you. May you continue to inspire us, to enter each day with a generous heart, to serve the call of courage and love, until we see your beautiful face again in the land where there is no more separation, where all tears will be wiped from our mind, and where we will never lose you again. May the blessing of light be on you, light without and light within. May the blessed sun shine on you and warm your heart till it glows like a great peat fire, so that the stranger may come and warm himself at it, and also a friend. Amen.